bin jetzt hier in St. Moritz in der Schweiz gelandet, einem der ultimativen Hotspots vom diesjährigen Red Bull X-Alps, weil hier kommen die Athleten nämlich zweimal vorbei. Und wenn sie das erste Mal vorbeikommen, dann haben sie noch immer 1000 Kilometer vor sich, bevor sie, wenn sie dann in Frankreich waren, wieder hierher kommen und dann zurück ins Ziel müssen. Und ich treffe jetzt hier den Mattin aus Spanien, einen weiteren Skywalk-Teampiloten. Bin gespannt, was er so vorhat und was er zum Erzählen hat. Hey Martin!
Hi Paul, the legend. Nice
Good to meet you. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
You checking the route?
We are checking the route of the X-Alps, yes.
That's a pretty exciting point right here, huh?
Yes, we're in St. Moritz.
Yeah, St. Moritz. Lots of wind,
Yes,
high altitude.
It's getting windy.
And there's another point to check, right? You have
Yes.
the sign over there?
Yes, have to check all the other points, so let's check it out.
Yeah, let's have a look. Have you been here before?
I was once, but I was skiing. I didn't fly here.
Oh, okay.
Just ski touring.
Yeah, it's a nice place for all kinds of mountain sports, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Landscape is breathtaking.
But you flew here yesterday, no?
Yesterday, yes. Still had great conditions. And we came from Locarno to here.
Okay.
Could pass everything quite high,
Yeah.
with 3,000 cloud base.
Mhm.
It was a beautiful flight.
Have you been in the race before?
No, I'm a rookie. First time in the X-Alps.
Did you do any other bigger or any other hike and fly races?
I don't come from a background of competition, but last year I was preparing the X-Spirit. It was going to be my first big competition, hike and fly. But just a month before the race, I had an accident and everything ended like that. So
Okay. Have you watched a couple of Red Bull X-Alps races before on the live tracking?
yes, the computer, yes, I've been following the spectacle.
What's your impression of the race? Like what do you think about the race? Like if you look at it from the outside still.
It's the ultimate adventure, no? When you see it in the computer, all those gliders crossing such a landscapes, such conditions. For me, it was really impressive to watch it.
So I've seen on the Red Bull X-Alps athlete page that you've been to Pakistan, flying there as well.
Yes,
And hiking.
it's one of the best places I have ever flown.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's a dream, no, for any mountaineer to see those mountains and do it flying. It's a privilege.
Yeah.
It's really, really a beautiful place.
And the preparation you've done so far, what
Yes.
are the biggest challenges for the race that you think that will come up for you?
So many challenges, but one of them is the aerial spaces, because we are not used to fly in an area with so many restrictions. So it's going to be hard in flight to check all the route, and also the valley wind. It's very tricky for us to understand how each area works. So you have to study pretty well everything.
What are your strategies for preparing for the race? You're going to spend a lot of time here in the Alps or computer or what?
We'll try to spend all the time where we can, but I have to work too, so it's hard to combine everything. But yes, we are now 2 weeks preparing everything here, checking the route, and then in May, the last week of May, we'll come back to prepare the first part of the race.
Okay. So what are actually the situations you feel most happy in your life?
I love to be out there in the mountains with my backpack, flying ball VIP, and I'm happy there. Yes. Keep it simple.
Like simple, everything in your backpack?
Yes, when the only worry is the weather, that's the perfect situation. One that I love a lot is the first time I crossed the Alps with a friend in ball VIP. We started in Saint Andre,
Nice.
and in 3 weeks we arrived to Tomlin, Slovenia. And it was amazing because it was the first time we were discovering different landscapes. It was our first time in these places, and we loved that.
Cool. Yeah, so you mean like you did a full crossing of the Alps just by a ball VIP?
Yes, more or less. It was our first time in many areas of the Alps, and sharing it with a friend. It was the first time we were flying together too, and it was very nice to discover this landscape, flying and ball VIP style.
It's also my absolute favorite to go either on my own or with a friend for a couple of days.
Is it?
It's just amazing.
Something that
I love it.
makes you feel.
Yeah. And also, to be honest, compared to Red Bull X-Alps, which is the racing part that makes it very exciting, but that is like more adventure because you have to consider where you food, how you get food,
Yes.
the routing, the weather. Compared to X-Alps where you have your supporters and they can help you. But therefore you have to be really fast, huh?
Yes, it's more the most appealing part of the X-Alps is that adventure, no? To share such a race with friends and the strategy and how to do it as fast as possible.
I think this is where the Turnpoint sign is going to be.
Okay.
Are you excited? Are you excited to come here?
Of course. Hopefully 2 times.
Yeah, I wish for you. So you mentioned before that you had an accident?
Yes.
What's happening?
It was last year, just 1 month before the XP. And it was in a landing that I didn't see a cable, so I overhandled and I landed a little bit strong.
Okay.
And I had to rest all the summer in bed.
What, did you get hurt or?
My back vertebra. So I had to be 1 month in bed, and it's when I applied for the Red Bull X-Alps.
Okay. And is your back good again?
Yes, I'm great. Had
100%?
a nice recovery, 100%. Yes, it's a good recovery.
Are you scared of accidents now, or less or more?
It's part of the mental preparation. When you have an accident, you have something there that you have to fight with it. But I think it's part of the game, and I love flying, I love adventure, so I think I have to train that part also.
Keep going, yeah?
Yes, have to keep going, that's it.
You think like there's going to be a lot of pressure for you, or is it? Can you like separate from pressure, or do you know this kind of situation?
It's one of the things that afraid me.
Okay.
It's not only the wind, and it's that pressure to don't make silly decisions because of the pressure of the race. But after this experience, I think it's one of the goals is safety, and I think that I have to be safe to finish the race. So it's not going to be easy because you see people flying and sometimes it's not easy to make a decision, but I'll try to be safe as possible.
And what do you think? Like Kriegel wins it all the time. If you look at him, did you take some things that you think you could do like him, or is it more like okay, he's too much, or are you choosing things that you want to do like other people do, or is it more like I'm gonna do more my style and that's it? Or?
I think Kriegel is not my reference because he's another level. I'm not at his level, so I have to learn from him, but not try to do the same things because he has some skills that not everybody has, and his specialty is to push in extreme conditions. And I think with my skills it could be dangerous. So it's good to learn from the boss, but not to do the same things.
Should we go for a flight? Looks a little bit windy, but
it's getting windy, so let's go to fly before the storm comes.
Little hike and fly. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's an interesting situation in St. Moritz actually, because the Turnpoint is right in town and then there's the airspace. If we look at the live wind now, it's up to 30 kilometers of gusts. Like if the Turnpoint is there and the wind is strong, you can be blown backwards into the lake. I hope nobody in the race is going to be in the lake. It's not too bad.
It's okay for takeoff.
After meeting Mattin in St. Moritz, things got really a little bit tricky to meet Tim Alongi at the end because the weather wasn't really cooperating anymore and schedules were also getting really tight because Red Bull X-Alps preparation was really on. But now I have the chance to meet Tim here in Kitzbühel already in the last days before the race, and I'm gonna go up with the cable car with him because he needs to save some energy, I think, and looking forward to flying with him. Hi Tim.
Paul.
Good to see you again. How are you?
How are you? Good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Not as stressed as you probably. I have free time for 2 weeks.
Yeah, lot of stuff to organize, but
Yeah. If you have a little bit of time, we can talk about your
Perfect.
participation this time.
preparation went well. And I really progressed, but I knew that as I progress, it will be hard to not get injury. So I try to do my best to not get injury, but I get a little inflammation on the knee,
Okay.
but will be fine.
You just mentioned that you had a bit of injury, or how was that going?
Yeah, I got a little inflation on the knee. I really feel that I progressed during the winter preparation. So I knew that when you progress and when you are getting more and more speed, you can get sometimes some injury. So I tried to avoid it, but yeah, I had a little inflammation on the knee, so I had to stop. But it can be also a good thing because you can
And
rest.
you get stronger.
Yeah, you can rest before the race, so it's good.
I remember we've been running quite a bit together in the last edition. It was really cool to race with you.
Yeah.
You always just started running like crazy whenever we landed. Are you gonna try to keep this pace all the time? Like maybe this time it's not that much flying, so
I hope.
is that your goal to, like when you're on the ground, you're gonna run like that, or what are you aiming for?
I try to follow my pace, but I hope that I will run faster than last time.
Okay.
It also depends of the knee because it's an inflammation, so it can come back. But on the last training, I didn't feel it, so it's good. And now I progress in vertical meter speed a little bit more, so maybe I will change my strategy. I'm not sure. But yeah, on the flat, I know that it's a quality that I have, but I can run pretty fast, I guess.
Yeah. I can prove that you were really fast. And when it was going up, you were coming back a little bit,
Yeah.
but in the flat.
Yeah.
Still interesting. So, but your specialty for sure is the flying. I mean, you're one with your wing, I would say, as almost nobody else.
Yeah.
So that you can always rely on, right? Are you like? Is that something you also train still, or is this something like, okay, flying works, I just need to work on my body?
Yeah, I would like to fly more, but I hope to do. But it's tough with many things to do during the preparation. But yeah, I flew quite a lot during the preparation. More on bad days than on good days, and more on the unusual route, I would say. I was trying to do different stuff in my own place than the classic way. So yeah, I am happy. I flew. Let's see if it's enough or not.
When you fly, like how does flying feel for you? Like, is it like you like totally free and like not thinking about anything, or you when you fly, you still like concerned about your performance in flight?
Yeah, I try to think about the weakest point that I have when I'm flying. Otherwise, also I'm trying to. I really feel that I'm not thinking about, for example, of the preparation and just enjoying the moment. Because yeah, it's something really like kind of freedom, I will say, to fly and to get free from all the preparation stuff.
Your style is always very playful. Like every time I see you flying, even if it gets really strong, and I remember on Niesen, I was like, oh, I need to take off up there, and you're just playing around. I feel you really enjoy these moments. Do you think you're getting better the more demanding it gets?
I would say I am comfortable with the wind, for example. I really work on ground handling when I start paragliding, and I was used to, we go often at Dune du Pilat every summer with my parents. So yeah, from there that I am comfortable with this. So yeah, I think it's a quality for the race. Yeah.
And did you ever have in your career so far like a low point where you said, I don't want to go paragliding anymore, or was it continuous since you're 9 years old, always going for it?
Yeah, it's happened. I'm not the profile that are like really like counting hours of flying, hours of running. I like to do different stuff. I like to climb. I like to ski. I'm passionate about skiing also. So I like to change a little bit and also to find some skill in different sports that I will bring to my sport. And this is something I like. So yeah, sometimes I have enough of flying.
But now the motivation, how is the level?
Yeah, so now like yesterday I flew and I feel so nice in the air with the new wing. I really love it, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to start the race.
You just mentioned the wing already, the new X-Alps 6.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, like compared to your previous wing, the previous X-Alps wing in general?
It really feels like it's faster than before. I didn't compete before this race, so I didn't compare to others about performance, but it really feels like the performance is here. And yeah, it's really precise in the turn, easy to turn, and yeah, I really like it.
I'm super happy that we get the chance to have this short conversation here before you go right into the prologue already very soon. And what are the last things you're doing now before the race starts?
So we have many medical briefing, race briefing. I have also to set up all the equipment like perfectly. I am someone that loves to have everything that fit perfectly in my equipment, because it's for me important, because during the race if you are getting annoying because I don't know, your equipment is doing stuff that you don't want, you can feel the stress and it's not good. So I finished my preparation with my equipment, we rest with my team, and we organize everything to be ready.
Yeah, for me this time, totally different perspective. I can watch the race for the first time in my life on live tracking. I'm really excited.
Exciting.
I'm really excited to do that.
You know, I didn't do the Born to Fly before the race, and I was watching the Born to Fly, helping my assistant. It was really exciting.
Yeah.
It was really stuck to follow from behind.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, anytime you need some information, maybe you can always contact me too, if you want. I mean, your team is for sure perfect.
Yeah.
How many people do you have with you?
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
5.
All good friends of yours and like good team? Or?
Yeah. All good friends, very good friends, very close. And yeah, I always brief them, but emotion will be there and there will be disappointment moment, and we have to handle with this and stuff like that.
Cool, we're up here. Perfect conversation for just one cable car ride. Let's fly together a little bit before you go to the next brief. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for taking the time for this little conversation.
Yeah, pleasure. Let's fly together.
Yeah, great.
And let's enjoy.
Good to spend some time in the air together with Tim once again. The last time we flew together was during the Red Bull X-Alps 2023 around Mont Blanc, a flight I will never forget. So over the last couple of weeks, all the Red Bull X-Alps athletes from Skywalk, that was good to get into detail about their goals, about their training. So what else do we have to do right now? We can only watch them perform live on the live tracking. And I'm looking forward to do this year from that kind of perspective, instead of being part of the race myself for the first time. So, see you guys soon.